This is a real book. It's not a meme. It's not something we made up. It's an official book that's in the Library of Congress rare book. And if you would like to see it yourself, you would have to go there in person. You have to go to the special floor. I believe it's on the second floor. Request the book. So you would have to have a reader's card. You have to register so they know who you are. Right here, we're starting off with the infamous picture of America. Right here at the top, you see a queen. Looks like Serena Williams. I'm sorry, it flipped so fast, but you can see it right there. And the book is beautiful texture. You can tell it's very old, but they tried their best to preserve it. It's kind of falling apart when they brought it out. So I made sure that it was delicate. Here's a map of Jamaica, okay? And it speaks about Mexico a lot in this book. And I really believe that the Europeans were really impressed with our civilizations down there. So they were just there. They were just talking about some of the animals that we have that they don't have, which is true, by the way. And that's why the people over there look more Chinese looking or Asian looking. I haven't read the whole book yet myself. Some of the information I was already told from elders or from research and things like that in there, especially talking about Genghis Khan. So you can understand when we talk about these certain phenotypes and the differentiation between some of the people on the East Coast, because some of the people on the West Coast, because some of them did look like Chinese or Mongolian people, Siberian people, because they came here during the war. That's a whole nother subject right there. And here, these are guys, they're like principals right there. They're doing some type of ritual. And you notice that they all have similar headdresses and stuff. And you notice that only certain people have the headdresses. Now, there's a misconception that we all wore headdresses. And that's what I was talking about when the Genghis Khan and his descendants, or whoever they want, I don't know what they officially call themselves, the Khans came in and invaded on the West Coast, all the way down, okay? Now, here are some of the indigenous people who have been, I guess at this point, enslaved or indentured, doing some work here, maybe they are Mandinka, or maybe they're people who are presumed to be Mandinka. I'm not sure. I didn't read that part of the book. And here, this is allegory. When you see stuff like that, those are allegory, I guess, talking about some of the myths and legends that we had. Now, some of these pictures of, wow, look at this. It's like a dog woman, and the guy's like caressing her while people are fighting, and bones. And this they might have saw. It looks like volcanoes right here. And I'm not exactly sure where this is. I'm assuming the Caribbean, Mexico again. So it's beautiful pictures of Mexico, how we were living. You see there's castles out there, right? There's clothed people, and then there's people who are working for the Europeans. So that's kind of, you see the different classes. This is the allegory. One of our gods. It looks like Oki for Powhatan called him Oki. Right, this is just a regular Indian. He has no headdress, so he's just a regular guy, and he's just showing them how to shoot bow and arrow. I guess they're training them. And who is this? Is this Montezuma? Atha Baliba. So one of the people down there in Mexico. You can see he has a headdress, so he's an important person. Most likely a king. And this is the people fighting with the Europeans. And it says Dutch Admiral of the Spanish fleet. I guess the Dutchman was working for the Spanish. I saw they say they mad drunk. They partying, look. They partying right here. They're getting a headdress, so he's becoming some type of ally or another chief. They're crowning some type of European guy. Holland. So when they say Guinea, you know what they're talking about. They're talking about melanated people. That's what they call it. Like you have Papua New Guinea, and then you have Guinea in the coast of Africa. But they call this place New Guinea before that they discovered Papua New Guinea. So they're talking about South America. And that's Virginia and Maryland right there. It's called Netherlands or New Belgium. That's when the Dutch was up in the area. This is up in New York. I think those are New York, New England area, Virginia. Down in Chesapeake, you see that? Ocean Orientis. And this one I showed you guys before in the library. This is Virginia. You see those are two Indians. Angels over here on the side. Chesapeake Bay. More angels over there. Another allegory of one of our gods. I'm assuming it's a hone, that the Great Spirit. You see it's talking about Kiikautan, but they spelled it wrong. Chickahominy River, it says Chickahomina. We're Comacao, that was our capital for the Powhatan Confederacy. So those were Powhatans. And this is North Carolina, right here. And it looks like they got a little fort here. Those are the European forts. So our towns look different. North Carolina again, a couple guys chilling at the baths. Virginia, you see the sister here, and this guy right here, a warrior. All right, so those are real maps that was in the book. This is another group of people. Looks like the Caribbean here. And this is talking about what they wear, how they comb their hair, calves. They had strings of pearls. And I can't exactly see what this is. There's another city, probably in the Caribbean too. But you see at this point they have royalty, and then they have some of our people serving them. And this is the king, I believe this is the king of Florida. It's the king of Florida right here. It's a brother. This is Mexico, Gulf of Mexico. You see Yucatan, Guatemala. We had those names, those are original names we had before they came here. This is Nova Hispania, Nova Gallica, and something else in Latin. These are important people. You see the headdress once again. They're doing some type of ritual. Mother of Cacoa. So they're doing some type of chocolate ritual. And this is Montezuma. And he has the feathers. A feather boa, feather skirt, feather hat. And some more important people. More important people doing some type of bloodletting ritual. The priest challenging a slave, it says right here, to fight for his life. Okay. Like I said, some type of blood ritual. Sacrifice. It's Tabasco, I'm sorry. That Tabasco was like a town, like an area down there in Central America. And these are important people right here. Some type of chiefs meeting. Another allegory. This is down in Mexico. You can see the different dress. They have more cloth covering, headdresses, turbans, more culture, different culture. I wouldn't say they're more sophisticated. Well, maybe more sophisticated. That might be the better word. They got little fire lamps. You see columns. And stuff is made out of stone. And we weren't living in mud huts and stuff. This is Newark. This is one of those, no, it says network. Okay. Mexico again, Americana. You see the afros on the people. And the earrings. More indigenous people with afros and headdresses. But at this point, they're kind of transferring the power. You see, when you see the people with the headdresses down there working for the Europeans, look at this right here. That's showing you that's the transfer of power. There's a lot of symbolism in this book. Government of De Santa Marta. This is terra firma. Grenada, some islands over there. Looks like the Virgin Islands, right? One of those islands group. I'm not that familiar with the Caribbean, but I see Grenada on there. Peru. You see once again the transfer of power. Man in the headdress over here with the llama. These people still in charge, right? With the turbans. And the other guys like, we don't have to listen to you. You see, they're like, whatever, we don't have to listen to you. They don't care who they are, so I don't know what's up with that. Talking about some fruits and grapes and stuff that was already here. Look at this fresh cut on this guy here at the bottom. He got a little shape up and a part like he in the 80s. So what's going on? All right, it's different kings, right? Indigenous people. That's it. So you can see, like, if you were there, the pages felt thick. You know, they felt good. So like I said, if you want to see it yourself, you have to make that trip to the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. How much was it worth? The hundreds of thousands of dollars? $50,000 at least. It's worth a lot of money. Yeah, $58,000 is what I saw it last.